Woo! Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag live if you're watching live, hashtag replay if you're on replay. So, ever so often, I do a video like this as a reminder of a few things. The most important message I want to get across today, very simply, very succinctly, is do not overcomplicate your nutritional process. Okay? We could dwell, we could think, we could ponder, we could try, we could go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing for eternity. But when it all really truly comes down to it, when it comes to your nutrition, there's really only a few things that you really truly need to focus on if you're trying to lose weight. If that's the goal, if the goal is to lose weight, okay, one of those things is not more exercise. If you're already exercising 3 to 5 days a week, whether you're doing group classes, whether you're doing in-home workouts, whether you have a trainer, whether you have a coach, whether you're taking walks, whatever the combination that you're doing, the answer 95% of the time is not more exercise. I've already covered that, okay? So we can throw that out. But as it relates to nutrition, we complicate this shit entirely too much. I get so many questions. How many calories should I eat? How much protein should I eat? Should I eat carbs? Should I not eat carbs? Should I eat fat? Should I not eat fat? Should I be on the Mediterranean Peruvian fruit bat diet? I totally just pulled that out of my ass. I get to ask these questions, and it's really not your all's fault for asking them. It's just this aura that we have about nutrition that's got to be like complicated to work, but that's not the case at all. You got to be in a caloric deficit, but you don't have to count calories. You don't have to count macros. Okay, Mr. Buff, what the hell do I got to do? Well, number one, you need to stop stressing so damn much. Number two, you got to figure out something that fits in your lifestyle. That's one of the things that I pride myself on my coaching programs, is because I build things around people. I do not require people to adapt to my process. I build the process around them. That's the sweet spot. That is the secret sauce in all of my programs. Okay? But I digress. Stop complicating it so damn much. I'm going to give you a secret. It's the 5 pillars, okay? Does not matter who I am working with and I am building a nutritional blueprint around their lifestyle. I'm going to center around these 5 things. Number 1, concentrating on eating unprocessed foods. Why is that important? Well, processed foods has a lot of shit in it that is going to interact weirdly in your body, okay, number 1. Number 2, the susceptibility to wanting to eat more because of the heavy processed foods, such as an Oreo, as an example, okay, would be a processed food. It has appetite enhancers in it, which makes you want to eat more of it. So when we do our best, I'm not saying that this has to be done 100% of the time, because you got to live your life, and I believe that truly, wholeheartedly. And I'm not a person that's going to eat unprocessed foods at every single time that I eat either. However, I do try to make sure that it's at least 90 to 95% of the foods that I do eat are unprocessed, okay? So when we focus on unprocessed foods, we're getting quality nutrients in our body. Our body responds by dropping body fat, okay? Period, end of story. So, focusing on unprocessed foods. What's an unprocessed food? Well, a food that has a short shelf life, like perishable items, vegetables, meats, most of the things that are on the perimeter of the grocery store, not in the middle where they're in boxes and bags, okay? And they've got like a 14-year shelf life. Those are processed foods, okay? Got it? Good. Awesome. Second thing is focusing on portion control. Well, how do you focus on portion control? Well, you use the hands, okay? Protein is the palm, okay? You want at least 1 to 2 of those per day. The fist is the vegetables. You want at least, when I say per day, I mean per meal. So 1 to 2 palm size protein, depending on your weight, depending on who you are, etc. In each meal, 3 meals, so anywhere between 3 to 6 serving sizes of protein. Vegetables, fist, okay? You want at least 1 to 2 fist full of vegetables on your plate 3 times a day, okay? Healthy fats is your thumb, okay? So avocados, butter, cooking oils, etc., okay? This is what you get, okay? 1 of those per meal per day. And then last but not least, carbohydrates. Yes, you got to eat carbs, people. Okay, I've done so many videos on carbohydrates. Everybody's tolerance is a little different. Okay, again, this is why I build things around people. I don't have them require them to adapt to my style. I adapt to them. That's the secret sauce. That's why people get results. So, a cupped hand, okay? 1 to 2 servings of carbohydrates per meal per day, okay? So, U and P. The first E is eat slowly. What do I mean by that? Well, it takes 20 minutes from your stomach to tell your brain, hey, I've had enough. So by the time that 20 minutes has gone by, guess what's happened? You've already overeaten. So you can save yourself a lot of calories by chewing your food slowly. So the game and the object is if you're eating with people, your object is for you to finish dead last. You are to be last in this, okay? This is like golf, okay? So you want to be the last person finished. So you chew your food very well. 20 to 25 bites, swallow it, take a drink of water, take a deep breath, go back in for another bite. I guarantee you will realize you will eat less calories and you will be more full faster if you eat slower, okay? Second E, eat to 80% full. What do I mean by that? Well, 110% full is like Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, we've all been there. You eat a lot of turkey, you eat a lot of mashed potatoes, you eat a lot of gravy, etc., etc. You get super full, and then you feel like your pants are going to blow out, and you got to lay down on the couch. That's like 110%. So let's back that out to about 30% less, 80%. So when you eat to 80% full. So what that means is you could eat more. You could probably go in for another, 3 to 4 bites, depending upon what it is. But you know what? You've eaten slowly. You're eating until you feel satisfied, but not stuffed. Again, you don't have to eat all the food on your plate. That is a very important lesson. And last but not least of the 5 pillars is protein. Making sure that you're eating adequate amount of protein. We covered that in the portion sizes earlier in this video, but protein is super important. Why is it important? Well, it keeps you satiated. It keeps you satisfied. Your body has to digest it longer, so therefore you don't get hungry as quickly. So, and it helps you build muscle tissue, which is a huge thing, particularly if you are resistance training. More muscle, higher metabolism. Period in the story. Great story. So let's try not to overcomplicate this whole thing about nutrition. And if I were going to add a 6th one to it, I would say drink at least 100 ounces of water per day. If you focused on 5 of those pillars plus the water one, which is 6, you'd be off to a great head start without having to be on a diet, without having to, starve yourself or eat weird foods that you don't like, etc., etc. Okay? So, if you want more detail, more help to fit this into your lifestyle, that's where you message me directly. Let's get on a call. Let's talk about what's going on, what are the challenges, what you're struggling with, and let's see if we can't build a program around you to be able to not only get you in great shape, but also have a healthy relationship with food, which will be a healthy relationship with yourself, which is the most important gift that you can give yourself. Okay? Hashtag value in the comments section if you found value in this video. Buff Gandhi. Hope everybody